Anniversary of 9/11. It's the tragic day when terrorists hit the Twin Towers in New York City after hijacking airplanes. Now, no one could have expected that our very own Barksdale Air Force Base would play such a huge role in that day. My partner Leslie Draffin is heading there now to take part in events that will be happening there throughout the day. And NBC6's Morgan Thomas joins us now live from Barksdale. Morgan, how are they commemorating this day on Air Force Base Barksdale?
Well, good morning, Dan. Yes, I know Leslie's on her way here, but I'm live this morning on Barksdale Air Force Base, and I am joined by Lieutenant Chris Sullivan, who's in public affairs here at Barksdale, and you're going to tell us about some of those events that are going to be commemorating the 12th anniversary of 9/11.
Yeah, well, first of all, we're going to have a ceremony out the flagpole, kind of in remembrance of the lives lost on September 11th. But unofficially, this is just a moment for us to sit and think about our resolve, about our resiliency. Around the base today, if you were to see one question asked constantly, it's going to be, where were you during those events? And every story is going to have different specifics, but the one thing that's going to be the same is that emotional impact, because that's the reason we wear the uniform, is to protect the United States, prevent events like that from happening again.
There's going to be something later in the afternoon, correct?
Yes.
Is that 5:30 at the flag?
There'll be a retreat is normal at 5:30 at the flag. In the morning, we're going to have reveille, but we will have a retreat later on today. All
right, well, quickly take us back to, Barksdale 12 years ago today, and the role they played in the events that went down.
Sure. Back on September 11th, President Bush, he was at a school in Texas talking to some children. Of course, he got the news of the tragic events, and they put him in the air. The first thing he said was, I want to be on the ground in 30 minutes to talk to the American people. Geographically, we're lucky, and they chose Barksdale Air Force Base. But where better to talk about resolve and talk about resiliency than the safety of Barksdale Air Force Base and the home of the B-52.
Now, I was watching that video this morning, and it was so emotionally impactful. Do you think that everybody around here was able to, welcome them and make all that happen?
Definitely. We here at Barksdale, the American people and their protection is very important to us. So I'm sure it was a rallying point for people to be able to provide their support to those individuals and to the president when he needed us most.
All right, well, definitely everybody I know that who was there is very proud today. Thank you so very much for being with us. Lieutenant Chris Sullivan, thanks so much. We're going to wrap this up here for now. Leslie's on her way to cover the events happening here on Barksdale Air Force Base today. Back to you in the studio.